let me give you a bit of advice for free. Size isn't everything.
What's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to the Nebulae Elusive Target Arcade contract. I'm going to show you all 5 levels and how to do them Silent Assassin with the default loadout as well. I'm going to take you through them one by one. So starting off with level 1, it's the Paparazzo we had in Hitman 1. So I'm going to be showing you all the briefings as well, now they're included. So here it is.
Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Kieran Hudson, a controversial tabloid journalist. The client is a former victim of the target's smear articles and wants the journalist eliminated in retaliation for a particularly destructive series of rumors. The ICA has discovered that the target is in Paris on the trail of fashion designer Sebastian Sato. He will most certainly attempt to get close to Sato, either to interview or take photographs of him. With the world's attention on the show and extensive security in place, it will not be easy to locate and eliminate the target. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
So the restriction for this one is you're not allowed more than one disguise change. So we're going to use the default loadout, like I said, at the red carpet start location. So as if you was mastery level 1, this will help everybody. So what you need to do from the very start is rush straight to where the Paparazzo elusive target actually is. And what we're going to do is drop our pistol out of our inventory just to slow him down. That is very important, what we have to do. I'm bumping into this woman right there to stop her from coming through as well. So got to come to this point, go in your inventory and click drop out of the inventory, and do the same thing with the coin about 2 or 3 steps later as well, just to delay him as much as possible. Then we're going to come through this room here, turn on this vacuum cleaner, grab the wrench and turn it back off. Then we're going to hide in this position, and the security guard outside is going to come into this room, and we need to knock him out. And the reason why we're going to do that is because we need to get him out of the way, because if we're going to create a distraction a little bit later on for the Paparazzo, we don't want the security guard coming in the room instead of him. So if you keep an eye on your mini-map right now, he'll be coming through the door in front of us. So what we're going to do is open this door and throw the coin at this wall right here. I'm going to pick up this pistol, we don't need it anymore. And what we're going to do is fiber wire him and stick him in the locker. If you don't do this timing right, then he is not going to come over to investigate the noise. That's the only problem with this, but it's the downsides to having a default loadout. When you're really restricted on what you can bring along with you, we're very limited in what opportunities arise for us. So unfortunately, that's the easiest solution I can come up with in a short space of time. So we're going to head to an exit right now, and it will be a nice easy silent assassin. It is easy, you just need to make sure that he is delayed by dropping that pistol and a coin. You can drop 2 or 3 coins if you want to, but you just need to make sure that you get him as he comes in through that corridor area. But there we go, let's just get a confirmation that's silent assassin, and we'll move on to level 2 and I'll show you the briefing of that. If you don't want me to show you briefings in the future, just let me know in the comments as well. I just thought I'd show these briefings because for all the new players that haven't seen these original elusive targets before, a lot of them are very old, and a lot of them we haven't actually seen for quite a long time, so I thought I'd include them considering they've only added them a couple of days ago. So yeah, there's a silent assassin for level 1. Let's move on to level 2.
Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Vito Duric, arms dealer and sanctions buster. Although the subject of a global manhunt, the target has successfully evaded capture and prosecution for more than a decade. Tired of waiting for the slow wheels of international justice, the client has turned to the ICA. Intelligence places the target inside the Swedish consulate, most likely involved in the operation to extract Strandberg. The situation is fluid, but this is our best opportunity to eliminate him before he vanishes again. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
So this second level is going to be the Gunrunner from Marrakesh. And again, we're only allowed 1 disguise change that's persistent throughout all 5 levels. And again, we're going to start with the default location, the bazaar entrance, with the default loadout, the pistol, coin, and fiber wire. So what we need to do is get to the Gunrunner himself. He is going to be in the consulate garage, and that's where we're going to head to. And once we're there, we are going to create a distraction and set up a nice little trap for him that we can actually take it full advantage of. And it's actually quite cool as well. I've actually done this before in the past, and it still works consistently now. So I thought, you know, why change? Why fix something that's not broken? I'm just going to stick to the old strategy that still works. So I'm going to grab this crowbar from this barrel right here and jump over this wall. Just be careful of that security guard that's heading our way. We're going to stay crouched as we enter through this door. Once we're through here now, we're going to circle around anti-clockwise, or counterclockwise if you remember from America. And we're going to head over to the other side behind that truck. And behind that truck there's going to be 2 explosives on front of them. We're going to stay crouched so we minimise our chances of getting spotted. Grab the 2 remote explosives and then retrace our steps. Stay close to the wall as you can so they don't spot you. We're going to drop one of the explosives by this car. Just drop right there. We're going to keep the other one on us for now. We need 3 distractible items. That's the reason why we're keeping one of them. We have a pistol for a second. We're going to get our 3rd from this guard in here. Once we enter through this room, we're going to take out our coins. And he's going to be standing in this position right now. We're going to go ahead and chuck the crowbar at his head. We don't actually need the coins, by the way. My bad. We're going to chuck the crowbar at his head to knock him out. And grab his weapon. And then drag his body and put him in the nearby locker. Once you've done that, go ahead and put on his disguise. This is your one and only disguise change, so make sure you do not change your disguise again, otherwise you will instantly fail the Elusive Target contract. Set off the explosive that you dropped earlier, and with the remaining one, what you're actually going to do is set up, like I said, a trap. But what we need to do is wait for the Gunrunner to come through this section first. He's going to be surrounded by 4 guards. What I've always been confused about this particular Elusive Target is Diana specifically says that like there's an insider, but it doesn't affect the contract. I've never understood, you know, how it changes what you do and how it benefits you. It was never explained, or at least no one ever come up with a solution for it. At least not that I know of, anyway. But I've always wondered what that was all about. But here he is right now. He's surrounded by 4 guards. He is going to walk back when he stops panicking, and he's going to come back with 3 guards. And that's when our trap is going to come into play. So first of all, when you get to the bottom of the stairs, go ahead and drop the remaining explosive that you have. Take out the assault rifle, walk a couple of steps, drop the assault rifle. As for the pistol, you just want to drop it in the middle of this area here. Not too close to that side, so make sure you just drop it around about the middle here. And use this for reference. So there you go, you got 3 nice weapons all spaced out. You don't necessarily have to have them spaced out if you don't want to. You can just literally drop them all in the same spot if you like. But the idea is all 3 guards are going to come back. One by one they're going to see the item on the floor, and then one by one they're going to take them away. And that leaves us the Elusive Target all by himself to walk back on his own, and it gives us a lot of time to take him out any way we want to. We are going to use the fiber wire, because why not? For consistency, sure. But here you go. Guard spots a weapon, guard spots a weapon, guard spots a weapon. Very handy tool. In this kind of scenario, this is a very powerful mechanic to have in your arsenal. Sometimes it's just about using your brain. There we go, all 3 of them are walking away, which leaves the Elusive Target isolated. We're going to take out our fiber wire, and we're going to fiber wire him. I just noticed that outfit there, I think 47 has that outfit now. The one you unlocked from Marrakesh, I'm pretty sure it looks the same. Can't remember the name of the suit now, but yeah. We've taken him out there, hidden his body. All we've got to do now from this point is head to an exit. And it's going to be the same exit that we started from the entrance, so literally it's just run all the way there. But yeah, it's nice to actually play this again. It's been a while since we played this one. I think the last time we played this was in Hitman 2, I think. And I think I did 3 methods back then as well. I think that's when I started doing the 3 method thing for Elusive Targets. Maybe I should just do it for the main missions, really. The main maps. It's the only ones I haven't done it with. Because I do the 3 method thing with Elusive Targets, but I don't do it for the main missions. I'm not really sure why. That's the first time I've actually thought about it. But yeah, we're just going to head straight to an exit here. Nice easy silent assassin as well for level 2. No dramas really. Quite straightforward. There we go. Let's get a confirmation of the silent assassin, then we'll move on to the 3rd level.
Good evening, 47. Your targets are Dr. Pavel Friedel and Dr. Akane Akanawa, brilliant and unethical transplant surgeons. Both were involved in performing an operation on a billionaire's son. However, the organ had been sourced illicitly in Central Africa, and the patient died of hemorrhagic fever shortly after. We have located the targets at Gamma in Hokkaido, where they are key members of staff and will enjoy a great deal of freedom of movement and protection within the facility itself. The client offers a substantial bonus if the targets are eliminated in a manner appropriate to the death of their patient. As you know, the Gamma facility has worked with infectious diseases, so you should be able to find something useful on site. And I know you appreciate poetic justice.
So this is the surgeon's elusive target. It's been a very long time since we had these. And there's an optional objective of taking them out with the hemorrhagic virus syringes. It doesn't actually show up in the mission, so I'm not sure if they're completely taking them away. But if I remember correctly, you didn't have to do that anyway to get Silent Assassin. So, I don't know. But regardless, we're going to do it with no equipment, because if you're in Hokkaido and you haven't got Mastery level 20, you can't bring equipment with you anyway. So what we're going to do is spawn with no equipment at all. And we're going to take that pair of scissors from 47's bathroom. And again, the one disguise only restriction is still applying to this one as well. So we're only allowed to change our disguise once only. So we're going to enter the bathroom right now. Go ahead and subdue this guy that's in the bathroom, just to get him out of the way. We're going to drag his body into this cubicle and put him in the closet. So the goal here is to get the director's disguise. So the director's talking to Yuki Yamazaki right now, so he is down there. He's going to turn around in a second and head his way up here. We need to get out of the way of that guy over there though. Jason Portman. As soon as he sees us, he's going to start interacting with us, so we don't want that to happen. So we re-enter the bathroom and close the door. So the director's there making his way up. So what we're going to do, once he stops moving, is open the door and then throw these pair of scissors in the room so he comes in to investigate. Pick up the scissors again and wait for him to come in. Close the door behind him and then go ahead and subdue him. Put his disguise on now, and I'll tell you why in a second. We're just going to drag his body to the closet, but yeah, make sure you put his disguise on now. Because if you put his body in here, then try to put his disguise on, and you put the wrong one on, you can't change it again, because if you do, it's going to be an instant fail. Now we've got this disguise, we now head to the director's office. Inside the director's office is going to be a key card. With that key card, we're going to access a freezer. When that freezer is going to access another key card to get into a door to get access to the syringes. There's a lot of things going on there. So, let's take it step by step. First and foremost, this is quite a powerful disguise for this map. So, you should feel relatively safe in this disguise. We're not going to change it again anyway. I'm going to head up the stairs here. There's going to be one enforcer around this area. If he's got his back to you, just go ahead and run past him and enter the director's office. On the table is going to be a key card. Go ahead and grab that. We're now going to press our body against this wall, open the door, and wait for this guard to move back over there and stand next to his friend. And once he's done that, we're going to go ahead and bypass him and head down into the morgue. Come on, buddy. Stop looking at things you shouldn't be looking at. We all know the websites you visit every day. Right, now he's got his back to you, we'll get past him, and like I said, head downstairs. Once we're down here, there's one enforcer in the area, so be careful of him. And we're going to head over to the storage freezer and open it. You're going to talk to Agent Smith in there, and eventually he's going to give you a key card. So I'm going to skip to that point because this conversation is long. Once he's finished waffling on, go ahead and grab the FRID master key card. That will allow us to get into this stem cell supply room. To your right, there's going to be the hemorrhagic syringes. Go ahead and grab those. We're going to use these on the target, so we're going to use the staircase to our right. At the end of the corridor on your left is going to be our first target, which is going to be Akane. We're going to get behind her and go ahead and syringe her. Just be wary of anyone that's walking up the corridor, just in case they might spot you, so you might want to be a little bit patient there than what I just did. Because for like a second or so, the whole place lights up as an enforcer, so just need to make sure the coast is clear before doing that. So I'll leave the timing of that up to you. Now with one target's down, we're now going to make our way towards Mr. Friedel. He's going to be hanging around the restaurant area. But he is going to get isolated, and we're going to take advantage of that. When you enter the restaurant, make sure you be careful of that chef there. He is an enforcer to this disguise. We're going to go behind the bar and grab that coin. We're going to need that. But yeah, there's Pavel Friedel, the doctor. We're going to hang around this area because there's an enforcer here. He's kind of annoying. But yeah, there's the doctor right there. So, what's going to happen is this is going to take a while actually, so I'm going to skip forward as well. He is going to talk to a security guard in a booth. And what we're going to do is wait for that conversation to finish. The security guard will move away, and that will isolate the target for us. So I'm going to skip to that point. This is going to be the security guard he talks to. So let's skip ahead. I highly recommend you listen to that conversation. It's actually a very funny conversation. But once that conversation is finished, you're going to go ahead and put a coin at the corner of the room. Bump into him so he sees it. Take out the remaining syringe and go ahead and syringe him. There we go. We're going to go ahead and go straight to an exit now. We're going to take the cable car. Now it says body found, but don't worry about it. It's a poison kill. It's not going to ruin your silent assassin rating. As you can see from the bottom left with the green symbol of the pistols, indicating I've still got silent assassin. So poison kills and accident kills don't spoil your silent assassin rating. I don't know how many times I've had to say that over the years, but man, do I have to keep repeating it. But so one's going to take the cable car exit. It's a nice silent assassin for the Surgeon's Elusive Target. It's been a while since we played this, so it's a nice change from the Fugitive. I'm sick of playing that one. There we go. Move on to the next one.
Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Dylan Narvaez, currently in Sapienza with his identical twin brother, Gonzalez. The Narvaez brothers are tobacco billionaires operating in mainland China. Note that Gonzalez is not to be harmed, and the contract will be cancelled if he is injured in any manner. As they are identical twins, you will have to choose your target with supreme care. We have learned that the target has recently purchased a one-of-a-kind platinum mango wristwatch, so if you can get close enough, this will help you to identify him. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
So this is the twin elusive target, and we have to take out Dylan Narvaez. Again, with one disguise change, which is we're going to take full advantage of. We're going to start on the default location of the main square with the default items. So the downside to this particular one, because we're using default stuff, we are going to have to wait a long time for things to fall into place for us. And even then, it can be a little bit tricky. If you don't want to go for a default loadout, I highly recommend you watch my twin video guide. There's two other methods in there apart from this one, which will be a lot easier and more simple than this. compared to having to wait a long time. I'm talking 15 minutes. So just keep that in mind. I'll leave a link to that in the description. We're going to open the door to our apartment right here and pass through. And we're going to head to the apartment upstairs, which is Rocco's apartment. Up there is going to be a disguise laying on the bed. We're going to go ahead and take that. Once we've gotten this disguise, we're now going to head downstairs. We're going to enter the kitchen. And in the kitchen, there's going to be some rat poison. We're going to use that to use for Dylan. If you have some lethal poison, I highly recommend you bring it along with you to make this a lot more quicker and easier. Not a lot more, but it will be easier overall. Because we're going to use the emetic poison to emetic poison him to make him a little bit sick. So then we're going to go take him out after he starts puking up. So the target at this point should be around the harbour area. So he should be over here. He'll be walking with 2 bodyguards and his brother. The way to identify him is the target is the one with the new watch on his wrist. But it's not going to matter because we're relying on the consistency, which is going to come up a little bit later on. But if you want to follow all the dialogue, I highly recommend just going and following them around and experiencing all the dialogue for yourself. However, we're not going to do that. We're going to skip to the point where we need to be. But if you are interested in listening to all the dialogue and stuff like that, then go ahead. But I've already listened to it several times, so I'm not particularly interested. So we're going to take advantage of this little bench blending spot. We're going to blend in here, and we're going to wait about 10 minutes. We're going to keep an eye on that wine shop over there in the corner, and we're going to wait for the targets to show up at that shop. And that is when we're going to restart this guide. So, yeah, I'm going to cut to that point because obviously I don't want you to wait another 10 minutes during the video, so let's cut it. So yeah, after quite a while, about 10 minutes or so, they will show up at that wine shop over there. He will tell his brother to go and drink the wine first, and then we're going to create a distraction so we can poison the wine. It's a bit finicky, I'm not going to lie. This is a bit finicky, but you know, work with it and you'll get it. But yeah, it is finicky. But the problem with this elusive target, they give you such basic opportunity. Not even a basic opportunity. This is like the only real opportunity you've got. And even then it's tricky. Because you can't just poison it and leave. Because the first brother, the non-target, is going to drink the wine first. So we're going to let the brother drink the wine first. Then we're going to create a distraction by throwing this coin. We wanted to get the brother to move out of the way so we can poison the wine, but he stood still for me. So you have to just work with it, with the coin and stuff like that. You'll see what I mean in a second. So he's going to drink the wine first. As soon as he puts it down and the brother reaches for the wine, throw a coin on the carpet there. We want the brother to actually not see us to throw the coin, but we want him to actually turn around. And because he didn't do that, we're not getting an opportunity to poison this glass right here, the invisible one. Which is kind of annoying, but like I said, you've got to work with this and try and just get him to move. I need him to turn around, that's all I need. Just turn around, please. There we go. It's a lot more simple than that looks, honestly. That's like the worst case scenario, trust me. But yeah, he will drink that invisible glass of wine. I don't know, what do the developers want you to do here in this situation? They knew, I don't understand. There's no other opportunities for them. I don't know. The target's eventually going to come in here and puke up in that bin right there. Sometimes he's followed by a bodyguard, and that is the reason why in this scenario I waited. But for some reason he didn't follow him. But if he is followed by a bodyguard, take out the bodyguard first, go ahead and subdue him, and then take out Dylan. And that's when you can complete the contract. So we're going to take out our fiber wire him, and if you really want to, there's a crate on the top floor if you want to hide the body, if you're worried about anyone coming in. I did it in this scenario because the bodyguard didn't follow him this time. I was worried that he was going to come looking for him after. But once we've hidden his body, we've got nothing to worry about. So we're going to hide his body real quick, and then we're going to take the boat exit to finish up this contract. Hopefully we don't have to play this for a long time, because the twin is an annoying elusive target to get through for default loadout situations. It's not fun, I'll tell you that. Waiting around on a bench for 10 minutes, reading one page of the newspaper, listen to that silly entertainer with his really annoying accent. Yeah, that's not a lot of fun. It's actually quite funny watching him, actually. How goofy it all is. All his entire act. But yeah, let's take this boat exit right here, and then we can finish up this level. And move on to the final level, which is actually quite tricky, I'm not going to lie. With the one disguise restriction, it is a tricky one. So let's get a confirmation of that silent assassin right there, boom. 16 minutes, damn.
Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Richard M. Foreman, a skilled infiltrator believed to be working with the militia on an unknown operation on U.S. soil. The target is a highly skilled actor, and our files link him with a successful impersonation of billionaire Charles Vanderblatt, where he siphoned hundreds of millions out of the Vanderblatt accounts over the course of 3 weeks. The contract has 2 objectives: identifying and eliminating the target in an apparently accidental death, such as a fall or drowning. Secondly, uncover files or data about the operation being planned. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
So the 5th level is the Chameleon. We had this a long time ago. But yeah, this requires you to take grab the militia evidence as well, which basically have to hack a laptop. But the original elusive target here had a specification where you only had to kill him. You had to kill him with a non-explosive accident kill. I'm not sure if that is the same here, because it did say any method. But I'm going to use an accident kill anyway, just to be safe. But what we have to do, because it's only got one disguise change, we have to get to the house soon only. It's the only downside to this. It's quite tricky. But just follow the path I'm taking, and you'll be fine. Don't be scared. It'll be alright. Just make sure you are giving everyone a wide berth, including this guard. Once he moves forward, we're going to circle around him, give him a wide berth, and then circle around the back of this building. Like I said, don't worry about it. Don't be scared. There is a path here. Just follow the path I'm taking. In front of you, there's going to be a guard just over there, just checking a drink from his water bottle. So come up to this behind these crates and just go ahead and hide here for a second. Once he puts the bottle down and walks away, that is when we're going to move forward. There's going to be a guard there. We're going to wait for him to turn around as well. There you go. And that gives us a free path towards the house. The only person in our way is Ezra Berg. Wait for him to go past. And then there's going to be a guard there on his knees. This is another waiting spot that we have to, unfortunately, we have to wait for. So what we're going to do at the moment is just hide in this crate. Ezra Berg is going to have a conversation with Penelope Graves, and once he's finished his conversation with Penelope Graves, both of them are going to walk away, including their guards, and that gives us an opportunity to exit this crate and then get ourselves a nice elite guard disguise so we can get inside the house without any kind of restrictions. Because at the moment, we do not want to do this whole thing suit only. It's going to be very difficult if that was the case. So we're going to wait in here, wait for this conversation to finish. And yeah, that's when we're going to go and try and get ourselves a disguise. Also, apologise if you're going to hear my dogs in the background. They're just downstairs playing with each other. It's quite funny. But yeah, we're going to wait for this conversation to finish out, and then let's go ahead and move on with the guide. After about 30 seconds or so, Ezra Berg and Penelope Graves will go away. Now, all we've got to do now is just wait and bide our time for this guard right here in front of us to lean on these set of crates that are right in front of us right now. That will give us a chance to subdue him over the top of these crates and then drag him and put him in the crate ourselves and take his disguise. And then we can get in the house without restrictions, finally. But yeah, it's just about patience at this point. I mean, feel free to spawn in with a different disguise if you'd like, if you make this a lot bit easier, to the approach to the house a lot bit easier. Because if you spawn in as mechanic, you can go and get the elite disguise quite quickly. But that's all entirely up to you if you have that location unlocked. But for those of you who are Mastery Level 1, unfortunately, this is the route you're going to have to take. So we're going to go ahead and drop his body in the crate right there. Grab his disguise, the Militia Elite disguise. We can now enter the house. Just don't go down this way though, because there is an enforcer right there. And we're going to enter through the front. Just be careful of that camera. You can either risk it for the biscuit and try and attempt to go through there without getting spotted. However, I just played it safe to shoot out the camera. I know it's unlike me, but I want to be safe just for the guide. Go up the stairs and just be careful of that enforcer right there. He's the only enforcer on the floor. And now it's up to us to distract these hackers one by one. Now I threw a coin here, but I did it a little bit too early because the hackers are over there. And because they're so far away at the moment, the guy in the other room came over to investigate the sound. And this kind of annoyed me because in all my practice runs, this never happened once. And it just so happens to this, it's just annoying. This happens all the time. There's my rage movements right there. But I just wanted him to just go away, just so I can do this, because I'm trying to record. Right, now we can attempt it again. Now the hacker's closest to us. So go ahead and pick up that coin again after you've thrown it. One of the hackers is going to come over to investigate. Make sure the hacker has his back to you before you subdue him. Just be careful of that. Get behind him, don't accidentally punch him in the face, you don't want that. Once you've done that, go ahead and drag his body to hide his body around the corner. Then we're going to do the same thing again with the other hacker. This time I'm going to throw it there, just so he doesn't spot the body around the corner. Make sure you time this right so you don't get spotted by the guy outside. You might want to delay the throw, just in case. But it's up to you. I'll leave the timing thing up to you. But now these two hackers are out of the way. We only got to take out this guard now. Throw the coin right there. The Chameleon, the Elusive Target is right there on the right. He's going to make his way outside momentarily. The guard's going to come over. We're going to subdue him after he picks up the coin and turns around. And then we're going to go outside real quick. Push him off for an accident kill. And then we're going to retrieve the militia operation files. We can leave his body here. Doesn't get spotted, so you don't need to worry. Come outside, push him over the ledge. That's that taken care of. And the undercover militia operation stuff is all here to retrieve the files off this laptop. It's a funny way 47 was typing me with his right hand there. I think it's because I had a coin in my hand. That was quite funny. But yeah, we're going to head to an exit. I'm going to take this one over here. Excellent. Out this door, and then out here. And there we go. That's how you get Silent Assassin for level 5. The only, like I said, the tricky part is just getting to the house suit only, unfortunately. But it is what it is. If we got a disguise earlier just to get to the house, we'd be trespassing in the house. So you either be trespassing in the house or outside the house. It's up to you what you want to do. But that's how you get Silent Assassin for level 5. And that wraps up this quite long video when it comes to this Elusive Target Arcade. So feel free to show your appreciation by dropping a like and subscribing if you are into this content. Also subscribe if you are new to the channel. And yeah, I do guides like this all the time. So if you're looking for any guide on Hitman or Hitman 1 or Hitman 2 or Hitman 3, go and check out my channel. I pretty much have everything there is. Big shout out to my Psycho Assassin members as well. Argel, Paul, Bedry, Mark Davis, Constantine Amelia, Wandering Wendy and Ghost. I really appreciate all your contributions and all your help. I really do appreciate all the support. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.